as far like out of all the artists that you were working with over those years, is there anyone in particular who just getting to see how they did things like opened up your mind, like
almost all of them? I think I learned something from everybody. Like I played with Joe Sample, which is the antithesis of most of the other stuff I did, because his music was, he was a jazz musician, but there came a point where he had the Crusaders and they were doing, it was more, it was jazz influenced, but also R&B and Motown and all sorts of other stuff. And they were all from Texas. So that informed from East Texas, so there was like New Orleans in there. And that informed, but his tunes were more, I don't want to say poppy because that's demeaning it, but nice changes, more of a funky kind of groove. And for me, it was really fun to play that music on acoustic bass because that was actually kind of unusual, So, what was your question?
Like who you played with, who like changed the way you thought about.
Well, one thing I learned from Joe Sample, he was very meticulous and he had charts and it was all written out in the different sections. And before we do a record, we'd get together and rehearse and we'd play it down. He'd go, let's do letter C again. Do that. Forget letter C. Nothing was precious to him. You know what I mean? It was, if he wrote something and it didn't work in his mind, he wasn't attached. He's like, we're gonna put this square peg in a round hole. He was just like, forget about it. And I don't know why, that's just one thing, but it always stuck with me.